You can play anything on anything, but you can't expect one guitar to do everything. What do I mean by that? You can use any style of guitar for any style of music. At this point, there are examples out there. Go on social media and you will see people playing jazz on shred guitars. You will see people playing metal on Telecasters. It doesn't matter. You can use any style of guitar for any style of music, and it's accepted nowadays. And a lot of people are embracing that and kind of finding their own unique voice using a particular instrument in a particular setting. Take Julian Lodge playing a Telecaster for jazz or whatever. You know, there's a lot of examples of this now, and it's really accepted for you to play anything on anything. It's totally fine. That being said, as the player, you cannot expect a certain guitar to give you something that it's just not capable of doing. Okay, so let's take an example here. If I have a Strat, I could get this guitar and play anything with it. I mean, I could cover metal, I could do country, blues, jazz. It doesn't matter. I could play any style of music on this guitar and it would be totally fine. No one would think anything of it and everything would be totally cool, right? However, if I am looking for a specific tone, okay, like let's say I really like Wes Montgomery and I'm looking for like a Wes Montgomery jazz tone. I can route this guitar out for a humbucker. I could put a humbucker in the neck. I could wire it up like a Gibson guitar. I could do everything in my power to try to modify this guitar to sound like Wes Montgomery style jazz guitar tone, L5. You know, I could try my hardest to get this to sound like an L5. It's just not ever going to sound like an L5. It's not going to sound like a fully hollow body jazz guitar no matter what I do. If I'm looking for that sound, then this is going to get me so much closer to that sound, right? This is an ES-175. It's a fully hollow body guitar. It's got the humbucker in the neck. And even though there are some differences between this and an L5, like what Wes Montgomery may have played, there are enough similarities, and this guitar is in that ballpark, so it's going to give you that ballpark sound. Just like if I wanted to play Nile Rodgers' funky Strat sounds, I could modify this guitar and put single coils in it and do all kinds of modifications to it, but it's just never going to give me that sound as much as a Strat would. I've gone down the rabbit hole of modifying an instrument and trying to basically make it do things that it just wasn't capable of doing. And what I learned through that experience is that certain guitars are just better suited for certain things for me than others. And just having an expectation going into it, right? That if you play a Strat for jazz, it's going to sound like a Strat playing jazz. Even if you modify it and all that, it's going to sound different than Jim Hall on an ES-175. And that's okay. I shared this and wanted to discuss because I've read comments or forum postings or reviews, and people are, I think a lot of times, excited about the idea of a guitar being extremely versatile and being able to use it for everything, and then they get it into a setting and realize that it's just not delivering exactly what they're looking for. And rather than go down the rabbit hole of trying to make something be what it's not, I would just encourage you to appreciate each instrument for what it is, both the strengths and weaknesses, and pick out the right guitar for you as a player. You can use any guitar for any style, but just set yourself up with a reasonable expectation. Understand that every guitar is going to have its own characteristics, its own vibe, its own personality, and appreciate that for what it is. And don't let yourself get too caught up in trying to make something be what it's not. Appreciate things for what they are and explore those possibilities. So I would love to know what you think about this. Have you gone down this rabbit hole? Have you been lost in modification land? I definitely have. But I've come out on the other side, and I would rather now just play a guitar that I don't have to mess with. So I will talk to you soon. Have an awesome day.